Because the one where I had to take my test to become a bridge officer. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, the following week, in the next episode, we were sitting in 10 forward. And I was promoted, so I was now a commander, and you were still a lieutenant commander, right? So I said to you, LeVar, I outrank you. You've got to call me sir. Right? And he said, well, when did that happen? Remember last week when I sent you to your death? That was when it happened. He went, oh, that's what that was about.
I remember now.
Yeah. I thought it was just me that didn't read the scripts and I wasn't in them very much. Yeah.
LeVar, you spent 7 seasons taking care of the Enterprise, and in the first movie, you wrecked it.
We're still friends.
I'll tell you something, that planet just came out of nowhere. I wrecked it twice, actually, but the second time, under orders, you know.
How about another question from the audience? Let me see a hand right here in front.
You mean in terms of the 7 years we did the show, or episode by episode?
The 7 years that you did the show, you could have come out with different outputs. You've been able to come out with different outputs on everything that the show was about.
I think I certainly did. You know, I mean, like I said, I was a fan of the show before, but the 7 years on Next Gen changed my life. These people became my family. When I got married, how long have I been married, Marina?
1 year less than me.
Okay.
Oh no, 6 months less than me, so you've been married for 13 years.
13 years, thank you so much. So glad my wife is in here. When Steph and I got married...
It's nearly your anniversary, isn't it?
It's October, coming up. Happy
anniversary.
Thank you so much. Brent was my best man, and my groomsmen were Jonathan Frakes, Patrick Stewart, and Michael Dorn. We have seen each other through through births, through houses, through death. I mean, we really are a family, and this family has become an incredibly important part of my life. I'm not the same guy I was when we all got together.
No, we're not. I think we all changed. I was a brat when we started, wasn't I? Oh. Having tantrums, yelling at people.
We used to have a special name for Marina's tantrums. They were called wobblies.
I used to throw wobblies. Oh, Marina's throwing another
She's
wobbly.
throwing a wobbly again. Steer clear.
And I grew up on that show. I really did. I went from being a little bratty girl to a woman.
To a big bratty girl.
No, I'm the new and improved Marina now. Everyone, people who work with me now have it's different. Anyway, yeah.
When Patrick came, he was very uptight.
When Patrick came, he was so English, and you know what English means, right? Anal retentive to the nth degree, right? He was, in fact, in that episode where we actually, the episode after that director refused to work with us, we were all called into, Rick Berman came down, we all had to congregate in Tasha's quarters. So it was really early on. And we were reamed. We were reamed by Rick.
We got in trouble.
We really got in trouble. It was like this had never happened in the history of Hollywood before, that a director would refuse to work with actors, you know. And Denise said, well, you know, we gotta have some fun. We're here for so long every day. If we don't have fun, it's gonna be awful. And Patrick said...
Never forget him saying.
Patrick said, and where, Denise, does it say in our contract that we're here to have fun? Cut to, 2 years later, Patrick skipping around the bridge, chasing Michael Dorn, I mean... these guys we were family, we really were, and I think that's part of the success of Next Gen, was that it came across on the screen that we really honestly did love each other. I mean, we've known each other now for 18 years, and we still are.
We still talk to each other.
Friends. We still talk to each other. We still hang out. It's like these are my family.
And as the series finale of Enterprise Crew, when characters get back together, even after all this time, it's still there. I think so, very much. Marina, do you have any aspirations to direct?
Oh, you know what? No. In fact, I think next time there's a meeting of the Directors Guild, you need to bring this up. Because I am the only actress in Hollywood who doesn't want to be a director. So I think they should pay me a yearly stipend to stay out of the media. I have only ever wanted to be an actress. I want to learn my lines, vaguely, learn my lines, show up for work, hit my mark, and not bump into the furniture. That's all I want to do. All I ever wanted to do. These guys love it, and like LeVar said, it's what he really has a passion for. I have a passion for being someone else, so that's what I want to do.
If Star Trek as a franchise is to survive into the 21st century, do you think that maybe it's time for a change of leadership at Paramount with the production crew?
I think if Star Trek is to survive at all, they need to give it a good long rest. I just think they went to the well one too many times, or too many times, you know? And they caused Trek to cease to be special. And that's a bad thing. I think that they had really one obligation, and that was to protect and advance Gene's vision. And they drove Daddy's Cadillac into the ground. And it was really upsetting. You know, it was very upsetting to see how they just milked it and milked it and milked it until nobody wanted to watch it anymore.
I think that's always been true for decades with regard to merchandising and the licensing. You can put the Star Trek logo on a squirt gun, call it a phaser, and you're really cheapening the value of the franchise. I never really thought that something like that would happen with the actual series itself. It seems to me that especially with the more recent series that they were not putting a lot of their best creative into the production and the storylines, and they were just hoping that it would sell by the name of Star Trek alone.
Well, they were throwing money at it, basically. I mean, by the time they were doing Enterprise, those shows were costing twice as much as Next Gen cost to make. So they were trying to solve the problem by throwing money at it, and that wasn't the problem. The problem wasn't the quality of how the show looked on the screen. So I agree with LeVar. I think they, you know, you hear about, you know, it happens every year. Actors at the top of their game on a hit show, whether it's Seinfeld or Ray Romano or, you know, Tim Allen, they quit when they're on top to leave a good taste in the public's mouth. They don't ride their show into the ground and, you know, and take it off the air when no one's watching anymore. And that's the mistake that they made on Star Trek, in my humble opinion. You know, what do I know? I'm just an actress, but, you know.
We're just about out of time, so I'd like to ask each of you one final question.